Good evening. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Bolingbrook Village Board order. Before we do the pledge, I'd like to ask two people, actually three people, to come forward. Is there a Matt Haney here? Matt, would you come up here? Matt's with Boy Scout Troop 131. He's working on his communications merit badge and also working toward the rank of Eagle. Also with us we have Graham McDaniel. Graham is with Troop 505. Would you come up? Graham lives in Crest Hill, but he's here working on a merit badge. And who I was going to let do this by himself, but not knowing these other two were coming, I'd also ask Colin Stewart today to help lead us in the pledge. Since they're all here, they're all working on the rank of Eagle. So I've asked all the three of them to lead us in our pledge. So if you'd all rise, please. You guys start.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Next, roll call, please.
Mayor Claire.
Here.
Trustee Zarate.
Here.
Trustee Lawler.
Here.
Trustee Watts.
Here.
Trustee Hoagland.
Here.
Trustee Morales.
Here.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Here.
Next, we have the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting June 12th. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion Trustee Morales, second of Trustee Zarate. Any questions, comments, or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes stand approved. Approve the agenda. Mr. Bowen.
There are no additions or corrections this evening.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Motion Trustee Jaskowitz, second of Trustee Lawler. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The agenda is approved. We have two appointments this evening. Melva Sarkaria for the Historic Preservation Commission and Eric McIntyre to the Information Technology Commission. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is Trustee Hoagland, second of Trustee Watts. Any comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. They will be sworn in later in the agenda. Staff, I skipped the mayor's report. How'd I do that? Well, that's next. A couple things I want to cover. First of all, I read these at the village picnic on Sunday, and I want to thank Kathy Donnelly and Joe Gross and all the members of the Civic and Cultural Affairs Commission for what I know is just hundreds of hours of work to put on that picnic. And what helped drives it to our donations from our business community. And again, we had several this year that donated to help offset the cost of the picnic, the free hot dogs we give out, so on and so forth. And I want to read that list. It is our 21 long, but I think it's important you know who stepped up to help support the picnic. First of all, G&W Electric here in Bolingbrook, $500. Vulcan Materials, the quarry on the far west side of Bolingbrook, $500. Family Square Restaurant, $300. IDI, it's Industrial Developments. They've built a number of our large distribution buildings here in Bolingbrook. Midwest Fuel Injection, corporate headquarters here with 10 locations across the country. Waste Connection, which was formerly Groot. Groot sold out to Waste Connections based in Houston, Texas. Tony's Finer Foods, Great Wood Mess Contracting, Rocket Ice Arena, donated Robin Schwartz, the village attorney. Toronto Bakery, that recently has doubled the size of their facility here in Bolingbrook. WeatherTech was one of the donators. West Liberty Foods, who took over the Quantum Foods building on along I-55, who supply food products for a number of people across the United States. The Promenade Apartments on Boughton Road, just west of the mall. Starwood Retail Partners, the owners of the Promenade. Northern Builders, another group that's also built several million square feet of distribution building here in Bolingbrook. Bolingbrook Cold Storage, which is a division of Supreme Lobster based in Lombard, seafood distributor. Boyer Rosine Moving and Storage, Paul Lombardo, based on Frontage Road, south of 55 on the east side of Bolingbrook. Desmond Roberts at Advantage Chevrolet, who step up for many, many things here in town. Saratoga Specialties, they prepare a lot of products used in processing foods on the south side of 55. Bolingbrook Glass and Mirror, located on Frontage Road near Weber Road. And Stevenson Crane, donation of the crane and the operator and the flag they fly at the picnic, which they'll also be flying at the 4th of July. They bring out the large crane and wave our flag for us, which we appreciate very much. And again, there was a lot of conversation at the picnic, what's going on top of the hill, where people sit during concerts and so forth. And as I've said before publicly here, and I said that morning, a 150-foot flagpole is going to be mounted on top of the hill. It'll be lit by floodlights. It's being provided by T-Mobile. The internal part of the pole will be a cell tower, but you will not see the cell tower. They have now, so they're inside the pole itself, and they also make them look like a flagpole, which they agreed to do. And they'll be flying a 25 by 50-foot American flag at the top of that pole, along with a Bolingbrook flag, which will also be oversized, but not as big as the American, certainly. And hopefully that'll be done within the next few weeks. We'd hope to have it done by the picnic, but it didn't get finished. But it should be very impressive. And again, it's being paid for 100% by T-Mobile, plus they're going to pay us the typical charge that cell towers pay to have their towers on public property or private property for that matter. So if you know any of these people or see them or a lot of them, obviously you won't have necessarily, the average person wouldn't necessarily have any reason to do business with them, but thank them, and I wanted to mention them again for their great donations. Also, we have a presentation tonight of sorts. I'd like to ask Colin Stewart to come up here and join me. Here, I'll let you share.
Can I get the rest of the team to come up here too? I wasn't the only one to complete these 3 podiums. I had a team of scouts that helped me complete these podiums for my Eagle project, which is the main part of getting Eagle, is to lead a group of people in doing a project.
You're taking, I wanted to introduce you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oops.
Somewhat of a natural-born leader, as you can see. I've known this young man since you were how old? Probably
7, 8.
7, 8 years old. So I've watched him grow up. And been a very impressive young man all the years I've known him. They walk in the parades. I've seen him there. I've seen him at all the scout functions. He's a natural leader in many respects, as shown by this project and other things. And he's always fun to talk to. And I told him years ago, I've got my eyes on you, and we do, one of these deals. But you want to introduce? Oh, you're going to do that now? Oh, you do whatever you want. You're going to be in charge in a minute.
I'm in charge.
Well, kind of.
I am in charge.
Anyway, Eagle Scouts, as part of their process of receiving the rank of Eagle, is not only getting 21 merit badges, that's the minimum. Most of them get 25, 30, or more. I've seen, I think, as high as 40 or 42. But you also have to have a project, and that project has to be approved by a team of scout leaders, and it has to be something, I don't know what the total criteria is, but it's got to be something unique and needed and make a difference. And the different projects over the years, an Eagle Scout, I'm sorry I don't remember his name, I should have researched this before the meeting, but at the Cavalcada Plains, some of you may have been out to Cavalcada Plains, there's a large staircase that you climb up to actually look into the plains and so forth. That was an Eagle Scout project, and that was no small project because that staircase had to be built to handle hundreds of people. You just didn't throw something together with a couple of pieces of plywood. There's a shed at Morbid Cemetery up off Royce Road. That shed was built as an Eagle Scout project. There's a number of things like that around town, and as the years pass, those things are obviously forgotten because it's not like you put up a big sign there, this was an Eagle Scout project 20 years ago, whatever. But I've had the honor of attending over probably 130 or 40 courts of honor over the years, and I've also got to know a number of scout leaders, and I've watched a lot of young men get the rank of Eagle, and I think it's very unusual, at least, and I'm proud of it. Outside this boardroom in the hallway, you'll find a plaque with every young man that's earned the rank of Eagle inscribed on it in Bolingbrook over the history, going back to the late 50s. So we are big supporters of scouting. This board has always been there to help the scouts in any way they can, providing some labor on occasion, moving things, putting up tents, even improving and putting up porta potties. So We had the Pathways to Eagles out here for summer, which there are several hundred scouts come here from all over the Midwest. We've had several states represented over the years. People come here to work on merit badges to hopefully get them to the rank of Eagle, because it's something they'll never forget. And I've told people publicly at many courts of honor, I've always been impressed with the rank of Eagle. I wished I had one. My scout leader, when I was a second class, if you're familiar with scouting, that's not really too far into scouting, but my scout leader couldn't continue, so he stepped aside and there was nobody to pick it up. So scouting, just kind of fell by the wayside for me in a small town in central Illinois. So I've always thought it would be nice, and that's why we're here to support the leaders as much as we are here to support the scouts themselves, because they're all volunteering their time. Leaders don't get paid. They provide their own uniforms, they provide the time, they provide labor, they provide transportation, and I'm sure they reach in their pocket many, many times to help the scouting program continue. So we do what we can as a village to help them from that perspective. Anyway, scouts over the years have come to me, and I've passed it along to the department heads. Is there something we need in town for an Eagle project? Because it's not always easy to come up with a topic or a project or what you want to do. And many of the times they've come up with suggestions on things we can do. And I'm not sure how this came up, but we talked about it, and that was at our fire stations. We have, one of the things we did when we built Fire Station 4, which was new to Bolingbrook, I had them put in Fire Station 4 a meeting room in that building. Because early on as mayor, back in the late 80s, groups like scouts, women's clubs, you name it, had no place to meet. We didn't have the hotels, the ballrooms, we didn't have the golf course, and those places sometimes cost money to use our facilities. So I thought, we're going to put up fire stations, and by the sheer nature of fire stations, they're geographically located in appropriate parts of town, so they're spread out. So when we put up fire stations, we had them put in a meeting room, and it's divisible with a portable wall. We did the same thing at Fire Station 5. And at Fire Station 3, there was a meeting room, but it was not necessarily usable because they had some issues with flooding, which we've corrected over the last couple of years. So we put in a meeting room there too. Colin came up with the idea to build and construct podiums to use the fire station. So this is Colin Stewart. Take a good look at this guy. You're going to see him in a leadership position, maybe not in Bolingbrook, but somewhere in this country.
Hopefully, one day, eventually.
So it's all yours. It's all yours now. I'm just going to watch.
Right. So I'm first going to issue Oreos, which are very high in sugar, but it's the old running joke of whenever I see him, I always give him Oreos, especially when I gave my speech a long time ago about my scouting career. So here are your Oreos.
And sometimes during the parade, he'll walk up at the end of the parade route and provide Oreos, and now they have that slick opening top, so you can just reach in here and grab them. So I will share them with the board while you're continuing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So when I went to talk to the mayor, I asked what can be done in the community or what needs to be done, and he emailed me back and said, I would like podiums to have done. So in that nature, a couple years ago, I started to start my Eagle project then, and eventually was actually able to finish my podiums. But I wasn't the only one that helped me, or I wasn't the only one that worked on the podiums. I had a team of people that also helped with building the podiums. And of course, there should be more here, but they weren't able to make it, which is okay. But I want to give a round of applause to my team that was able to help me with making this. And I've had a little bit of a guidance from my father, Mr. Stewart, which is the person he does furniture restoration. So I've gotten a little bit of guidance on, on how to actually make a piece of furniture, which was pretty fun. I do enjoy that greatly. Now, one cool thing about this podium, which we weren't able to actually find, is that if I can even get this off, is you're able to take the top off. Now, couldn't find that online anywhere, so I actually had to go to my grandfather, which is a mechanical engineer, am I correct? Mechanical engineer, and I talked to him on what would be the best podium for everything. So we were able to put this together, and here's the finished product. And this is all the work for 2 years.
Wow.
And something that I really enjoy about this is that, like the mayor stated before, there isn't anything that can say that this was an Eagle project. So on the front of the podiums on my side, there's a little plaque that says Eagle Scout Project Colin Stewart, Troop 75 from Bolingbrook, and it says June 2018 on it, which is probably the best thing I've seen in a very long time. Now, this is going to the firehouses, so Deputy Chief Garza is over here.
Before we make that presentation. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Tom. I kind of lead Colin on a skate team, sort of.
On what?
Tom Foley.
Okay.
I'm Ryan Jaquat. I've known Colin for like many years, and he's just asked me to help, and I just always want to step up. He's always supported me, so I'm going to give back.
Good.
I'm Joe Franston. I just helped because he sent out an email.
And how many, how many others were involved in this?
A few others, like 3 or 4 other people.
Mother have anything to do with it? She help?
You know, a little bit, kind of
Well,
holding
she's
things.
in the audience. You ought to introduce her too.
Want to come up here? Do you want to come up here?
No, I'm good.
You sure? No, I coordinated the meetings.
Anyway, we had about 3 brought here tonight. Deputy Chief Garza will make sure they get delivered to the firehouses. And for those people that use these, and there's a lot of groups that use fire stations 3, 4, and 5, especially when 3 gets done and in place, you'll now have a podium. And the reason, by the way, it separates is because a lot of times in a meeting, it's kind of awkward to have a podium standing off to the side. So you can pull the top off and actually sit it on the table that you're all working at. So like at one end of the table and serve it a little more cozy atmosphere for a podium use. So it's very flexible in that respect. I think you did a fabulous job.
Yes.
And rather than tax dollars to buy podiums, he made these and is contributing them to the fire stations. And we appreciate it. And you want to say anything? You want to?
Thank you. Well, I think I met Colin over about a year ago, and he first came to me to introduce the project and kind of go over everything, and we signed off on it. We sent it over. He got the approval. Went and participated a little bit in his garage sale to get the funding for this. Overall, fantastic job. They'll be put to good use here at the firehouses, and I would say it's a great accomplishment for him. So thank you for the podiums. Thank you. And thank you guys for helping them out.
Bob.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is a great project. Like I said, I've gotten to read about lots of Eagle projects over the years. A lot of them require a lot of work. Some of them not quite so much work. A lot of them require a lot of creativity, or perhaps not. It's just these have required creativity and a lot of hard work. So this is really a first-class project.
Thank
And
you.
when do you think you'll be finishing your rank of Eagle?
Hopefully by the end of fall, everything should be done.
And how old are you now?
I'm 17, 18 in December.
18 in December. And if you don't know about scouting, you have to be done before you're 18.
Correct.
So now that this is done, how many Eagle merit badges you got?
30, I'm thinking 35 merit badges.
So
I'm over the limit already.
you've always been over the limit. So now, all you have to do is get your group to approve the project and you're done.
Well, I have to get the paperwork done of everything that happened during the Eagle project. So before I can actually build, I have to do the first step, which is my proposal. The next few steps is the during and after process, which is during the build, like what happened, what I got me to this point, and then it's the after of like what was changed, what did you have to do, how was the leadership, that type of stuff. So I just have to finish that up before I can send it to my council to get
Well,
reviewed.
that'll be easy to get done between now and December, right?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Good. Well, congratulations in advance, and I'll see you at the Court of Honor.
Yeah, you will.
Probably before. I'll see you at the parade.
Yeah, you will.
Okay. Thanks, gentlemen. Now I'd like to bring up Eric McIntyre. You approved earlier the Information Technology Commission. Lifelong resident of Bolingbrook. Also was an Eagle Scout, Troop 75.
Yes, I was.
What year was that?
It's been a while.
Currently works at Parathon as an assistant database administrator.
Yes.
And he's involved heavily in IT and wants to get involved in our IT commission, and has been a resident all your life, which is 24 years, went to Bradley University.
I did go down to Bradley, and lifelong resident, but I did go to Aurora, but I came back.
Well, everybody does.
Yeah.
All right. You raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Eric
You
McIntyre,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
Municipal Code of Bolingbrook.
And I will faithfully discharge my duties
Will faithfully discharge my duties
as a member of the IT Commission,
as a member of the IT
to
Commission
the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
in a manner prescribed by law.
in a manner prescribed by law.
And Jim Janak's the chair there, sitting there. Jim, thank you for coming tonight. There's a Bolingbrook pin,
All right, thank you.
and there's your official commission. Welcome aboard. Okay. Next, bill approval. Bill listing A, $1,078,212.53. Bill listing B, $389,936.92. A total of $1,468,149.45. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Watts, second trustee Jesuits. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jessup.
Yes.
Somebody took 2 Oreos.
We'll have to replay the video.
We got it on tape. Tax receipts. March 2018 state income tax, $1,006,219.91, corresponding to a year ago of $983,320.12, or 2.33% increase. April sales tax, $2,704,632.88, corresponding to a year ago of $2,420,389.55, or 11.7% increase. That is a fabulous increase from year to year for April sales tax. Our sales tax has been going up 5 to 10% a month for the last 3 or 4 months. April 2018 motor fuel tax, $154,621.93, corresponding to a year ago of $162,865.77, or a 5.1% decrease. Now, that decrease is not necessarily reflective of anything. This comes from the state of Illinois, so they cut their checks whenever they get around to it. Sometimes it's 30-day period, sometimes it's 35, sometimes it's less. So those swings really don't mean anything, but it eventually nets out at the end of the year. And our April 2018 state administrative fee, $28,623.44. That's the amount of money that a year ago the state of Illinois decided to keep of state income or sales tax to process it, even though for 50 years prior to that they did it free. They decided to grab some of our money to help balance their budget in Springfield and force us to look elsewhere for money, which is typical of Springfield. Our first resolution this evening. Resolution approving professional service agreement with H.R. Green for building plan review and inspection services. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Jesuits. Current staff levels cannot accommodate the seasonal demand for plan reviews and inspection services. For several years, the village has used third-party providers to assist village staff. This resolution retains H.R. Green, Inc. to provide plan review and inspection services. The hourly rate varies from $78 to $82 an hour for inspections and $113 to $188 per hour for plan reviews. The cost not to exceed $82,320. The Public Service Committee has reviewed and recommends approval. We used to have a large planning staff, and as the development dropped, we reduced that staff, but we really only have 1 planner now, and I think we had as high as 6 at one time during the height of the home building as well as other building boom. So rather than keep staff around for peak periods, we no longer have that staff, and we subcontract outside for people that do this now professionally to help villages during their peak periods. So it's well, basically, they outsource some of the planning. We've been doing this now for several years. Saves us a lot of money, and this is a qualified firm, so that's what we're doing. Questions? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes. And all those fees are passed along to the, whatever project is, so this is all reimbursed by the project. Our next resolution is approving a professional service agreement with B&F Construction Code Services for building inspection services. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Morales, second trustee Hoagland. Project reviews and construction inspections are also seasonal. Instead of hiring full or part-time personnel, village employees to provide acceptable level of service, the village has supplemented the workforce with third-party contractors, much the same things we do for plan reviews. This resolution accepts a proposal from B&F Construction Code Services to provide inspection services to accommodate the demand and volume during the summer months. The cost is $80 per hour with a cap of $60,000. Again, those fees are passed along to the project. The Public Service Committee again reviewed this and recommends approval. Again, another outsourcing, so we only have one minimal amount of staff and subcontract. Now it works very well. Again, we've been doing this for years. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes. Our first ordinance this evening has an accompanying planning commission report. Approval of special use permit for plan development, Duncan's Doggy Daycare, 230 North Bolingbrook Drive. Scott and Ashley Duncan are the applicants. Is there a motion to approve the planning commission report? Motion
Second.
trustee Watts, second trustee Zarate. Any project that comes in and requires a special use, it goes to the plan commission. The plan commission reviews it to be sure it meets with our various codes and rules. Then they prepare a report and send it to us. In this case, they send it to us with a recommendation to approve. And the motion on the floor is to accept that plan commission report for approval to place it on file. Questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It's approved. Now we have the accompanying ordinance, which takes that plan commission report and puts it in ordinance form. Approving a special use permit for a planned development for a dog daycare, grooming and boarding facility, Duncan's Doggy Daycare. Kind of catchy, isn't it?
It is.
230 North Bolingbrook Drive. That's next to, north of Fiesta Market.
Yeah, it used to
Yes.
be O'Reilly's.
Used to be O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Are Scott and Ashley here? Don't see them. Is there a dog here? Scott and Ashley Duncan are seeking approval of a special use permit for a planned development to allow dog daycare and boarding facility, North Ridge Plaza, formerly O'Reilly Auto Parts. The 9,500 square foot facility could accommodate 70 to 80 dogs in their traditional kennels and overnight suites. They also plan to provide grooming services in a 495 square foot outdoor play area. They'll have approximately 10 employees. Plan commission reviewed, recommends approval. Plan commission report's been accepted. This is the second one of these we've approved now in just a handful of months. The other one's at that large building on Boughton Road, somewhat across from Pizza Hut.
Right.
Again, what was the name of that one? Whoever can remember it gets a cookie.
It was doggy daycare or something.
No, it was similar, but anyway, they're local residents. It's an interesting concept. They get great rates. I mean, $60, $70, $80 for a night. But it's full service, and I don't know about this one specifically, but the other one's going to have potentially, you'll be able to go online through an app and watch your dog while it's there at night. So,
Pretty good deal.
anyway, questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes. And frankly, with that use, we'd much rather have a retail store in there, to be honest with you, just like the other one, but retail is changing in this country, and there's not a lot of retailers left. So we want to see those places used and used by people, so. Anyway, next ordinance approving certain provisions of chapters 22, 4, and 30 of the Village Municipal Code regarding construction. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Morales, second trustee Zarate. This ordinance is a housekeeping measure being proposed by the Public Service and Development Department. There are 6 proposed changes that deal with permitting, including parkway trees, construction guarantees, sanitary tap-on fees, and LED street lighting. This ordinance approves those changes. The Public Service Committee has reviewed and recommends approval. Lucas, does anybody want to highlight a couple of these changes?
Well, yeah, we recently changed to LED lighting, so one of the things that we had to change out is our code requirement to put in high-pressure sodium. So there's just simple things like that. There's some clarification on the tap-on fees. It's revenue neutral, so we're not looking to generate any additional revenue, just clarify a couple extra sections of the code.
I think the parkway trees, we're adding a species or two.
Yeah, we're adding one species, with the emerald ash borer. We've been trying to identify additional species that we can add to our list, so that way we can create a more diverse urban forest, so that way whatever the next borer is that comes in doesn't wipe out as many trees. So we've been really pushing diversity on that.
You may have heard, I heard the news last week or so, there's something on the very east coast of some new bug that's coming in, it's attacking trees, and it wasn't the emerald ash borer, it was, and I think it's all species. So, I don't know where these things come from, but, so we're changing it. The tree of choice back in the 70s, when a large number of homes were built in Bolingbrook, and that's why a lot of the trees we had to take down with the emerald ash borer, in the 70s, those trees had, they were large circumference trees. They didn't go after the newer trees, which isn't, we did got some of the newer ones. How many trees have we cut down so far?
About 9,700.
And there's still more dying. My neighbor's got a tree in his front yard that's half dead in the top. So it's just unfortunate we've had to spend that kind of money. It's millions of dollars to take down trees and then to replace them. And when we get done, we have the same thing we had before. Questions on housekeeping ordinances? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland?
Yes.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Our last ordinance, an ordinance approving a waiver of electrical fence prohibition, 109 West South Frontage Road, Windy City J Truck Sales. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Watts. Chapter 29, Section 5, 105C, 2B of the Municipal Code prohibits electric fences. Windy City J Truck Sales requested a variance to this section of the code to install electric fence at 109 West South Frontage Road. The proposed fence would be installed inside the existing chain link fence. This request is in keeping with several vehicle dealers located south of I-55 that have been granted a variance in the past. This ordinance approves that variance. Coincidentally, today's Joliet Herald News, there's a full-page article that Joliet prohibits electric fences, as we at one time did. And nobody liked them because they were very noticeable. You could see what they were driving by. They were ugly, and it kind of gave the illusion of, you need an electric fence, what kind of neighborhood is this? We have brought in some businesses along I-55 that have some very expensive product in there. In fact, we've even lost some semi-trailers where professionals come in, I'll say out of the city, but they could be coming from anywhere, and hook up a trailer of a truckload of TVs, and they're gone in moments. And they've taken trucks and they've broken in and taken parts. I don't want to suggest it's any, a lot of it, but when you have those kind of places, you want security. And now they construct these electric fences inside the existing fence, so you can't even tell they're there. Arena Auto Auction, for example, has one. That's the auto auction place, South 55. It's surrounded by a fence, wrought iron in many cases, but it's also got an electric fence, but you couldn't tell it driving by it. So personally, and the board agreed when we did this originally and made some variances, if you're going to bring in those kinds of quality businesses who have to move product in and out and sometimes store it and even secure the building at night, and you can't, not all these businesses are 24-hour operations, so sometimes it's not, there's no employees present, then you got to allow them to protection. So they've got elaborate camera systems and also electric fence so they can get an early warning if somebody's trying to tamper with their property. So this is one more of that. Questions? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland?
Yes.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
That completes the business this evening. Questions in the audience, the questions of the press?
Good evening. I actually have, it's not really a question, I guess maybe a comment, but it's really an announcement about an event that's happening this Saturday. I want to make members of the public aware. There's a very unique opportunity for anyone who may need legal advice on a wide range of subjects. My name is Joe Jamanco. I'm an attorney with Jamanco Law Partners. Myself, along with about a dozen other attorneys here in Bolingbrook, local attorneys, are gathering from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at Foundale Library to provide free walk-in, in-person consultations with members of the public. You don't have to schedule anything in advance. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to hire the attorney and continue forward with anything. If you have a small question that you've always wanted to know the answer to on a legal topic, you can come in and ask. If you got a problem on something serious, you can come in and ask. We have attorneys that have been practicing for literally 4 decades in Bolingbrook that are going to be there to answer questions. This is something that if you were to walk into an attorney's office, would cost you between $100 and maybe $300 to meet with them. No cost for this event whatsoever. We have attorneys covering areas including civil litigation and insurance, family law, workman's comp, social security disability, personal injury, wills and trusts and HOA issues, driver's license reinstatement, real estate, criminal, bankruptcy, immigration, and employment labor law. This is a community effort of a number of different attorneys. It took a long time to get everybody together because of schedules. And we've got between 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock to meet with members of the public. Each consultation is intended to be about 20 to maybe 30 minutes at most in length. If there's not a lot of people, we can have it longer. But it's a good opportunity if you have a question or you know someone that does or has a problem to come get a free consultation with no obligation to go forward from there. So please spread the word. There's a Facebook page that's been established for this as well as an event page. You can find it by simply going to facebook.com/lawyers in the library, or you're welcome to contact me. My email address is joe@glawpartners.com, or call my office 630-635-5555. Thanks.
Anyone else? Trustee comments, reports.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. H2O will be holding its 15th annual golf outing and Christmas in July gala dinner. The date is Thursday, July 12th at the Bolingbrook Golf Club, 201 Rodeo Drive in Bolingbrook. The shotgun for golf will start at 12:30. To 6 p.m. Doors open for dinner. Will open for dinner. This is a wonderful event. We wish that everybody would come out because it helps our youth. They've done a wonderful job. The staff there is incredible. They're working very hard, and the businesses are, jumping in and helping us out. So we really appreciate that. And I'd like to thank everyone who came out to the village picnic. It was a great success. We got to, be with a lot of people, new people that came up to me and said, I've never been to this picnic, but now, I would like to come every year now. So I'd like to thank all those people who were very kind to come up and, let us know that they enjoyed everything that they had for the kids. So thank you very much.
Just want to echo the compliments about the picnic. Civic and Cultural Affairs did a great job as usual, and Public Works and everyone who was involved in making sure it went off, and all the organizations that stepped up. This was all the community organizations. I was asked by one organization who was at the picnic to make this information available. It's actually for a job opportunity, a job fair with First Student, and they're a bus company that services many different school districts. I'll get this information up on the website as well, but they're going to have kind of an interesting opportunity. You can come in and test drive your brand new career by driving a bus on a route, a school bus, and get an interview the same day. So this is going to be Saturday, July 12th, 2018, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Batavia. We'll get this information up there. You can also contact First Student to get more information. And then, in addition to the Wednesday night concerts on the Hill and Performing Arts Center, and Thursday at the Promenade, the Broadway After School program is going to be offering 4 performances for a magical adventure under the sea. It's the Little Mermaid Junior, and that's going to be on the Performing Arts stage from June 29th to July 1st, Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m., Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m. General admission tickets are $10 at the door. So come out and enjoy some youth theater. And that's it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start by extending my thanks and congratulations to Joe Gross and the Civic and Cultural Affairs Commission. Did an outstanding job. We had a great turnout, great weather, and entire community that attended enjoyed themselves. So thank you. Also to the police, fire, Public Works, everyone worked together to make that a great event. Want to extend my congratulations also to Eric, our new appointee to the IT Commission. Welcome aboard, and thank you for stepping up and volunteering. We appreciate that. Few announcements here. We have Northern Illinois Food Bank. It's coming to Bolingbrook. They'll be located at the New Hope Church at 509 East Briarcliff Road. That's going to be July 2nd, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And they come the first Monday of each month. So if you know anyone in need of food, Northern Illinois Food Bank, July 2nd, New Hope Church. Second, we have the Bolingbrook Joy Fest. It's that time for planning. Event takes place on September 8th, 2018 from 1 to 6 p.m. It's a family fun Christian music festival. You're asked to bring your lawn chairs and stay and hang out for the day. Free admission, food vendors, live music, giveaway, kid activities, youth ministries, community fellowship. And that's taking place right here behind Town Center, 375 West Briarcliff. If you're interested in being a vendor, or if you're a church or a performer and would like to participate in Joy Fest, you can contact Ruth Newell at 630-244-8048, or you can email ruthnewell65@gmail.com. That's RUTHNEWELL65@gmail.com. As you know, our Deputy Mayor, beloved Leroy Brown, was a founder of Joy Fest, so this will be a very special year as we attempt to move forward without him. It's going to be tough, as we all miss him dearly. We'd like to make one last announcement about the Bolingbrook STEM Association Summer Break STEM Camp. We have a session taking place July 16th through July 20th from ages 4 to 18. It will take place at the Community Center. You can go to www.bolingbrookSTEM.org to find out the registration information. And we're looking for sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring a student, we do not want to let price be a issue or a reason why a student that wants to attend, we want to make it available. So we're doing all that we can to make it accessible. So we're asking the community, for those that may want to sponsor a student, please let me know, or again, the contact information is on the website. Thank you.
Second annual Pet Parade at the Bolingbrook Promenade, Friday, June 29th at 6 p.m. Show off your pet's amazing talents. There's a $5 registration donation per pet. Pre-registration is required. Space is limited. For additional information or requirements, call 630-296-8350. Again, 296-8350. Once again, the Cultural and Civic Affair did a great job with the picnic. I don't know how you do it, but keep it up. It's a great job. Thank you.
Just a reminder that, again, annual celebration of the 4th of July will be held on the 4th of July. This will be at the Bolingbrook Golf Club, the All-American Celebration starts at 3 o'clock p.m. It's the official start. Bands start playing at 5:30, the boy band, and 7:45 hour. Free admission, free parking. We just ask that you please bring no pets and no grills, and be patient, because a lot of people do attend. It's become quite the event for people to go to. It's a great celebration, and again, this will be another great year for it. And one last thing, I want to thank the mayor for being out supporting, or not supporting, but trying to get the House Bill 4508 vetoed by the governor. This is a bill that will allow the water utility companies, Aqua and Illinois American Water, to continue to increase the rates, which have gone out of control. This is a bill that needs to be vetoed, and we hope the governor will do the right thing. That's all I have. Thank you.
I want to take a little bit of time to promote a very little-known secret here in town. There's a group that's been around for 10 years called GOTR, or Girls on the Run. And they basically is an all-women's group for women between the ages of 40 and 60s, but they'll take them younger and older, who are looking to make friends and get out of the house and just to do different things. And they're very informal. They have 2 activities a month on average. Usually one's a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and the other one is an event where they actually go someplace and do some things. It's a social club where you can get out, make new friends, and take advantage of people who want to encourage you to be active in the village of Bolingbrook. Now, a lot of the members are also from surrounding towns, so you can get to meet other people as well. Girls on the Run is run by Diana Clodd, and if you want more information, go to her Facebook page, and you can private messenger her. Her name, again, is Diana Clodd, D-I-A-N-N-A. Last name is C-L-O-A-D. So just go to her Facebook page, and you can learn more about Girls on the Run. Excuse me. The last thing I want to do is just reiterate a little bit about what Mr. Giammanco said. I would hope our residents would take advantage of the attorneys who are donating their time and efforts for a few hours on Saturday to allow you to come in and talk about, get some legal advice on almost any topic that you want. And this is a great service, and I appreciate what you're doing. That's Saturday at the library from 9 to 2. Thank you.
While I was sitting, I was thinking, when I became a trustee in the 70s, our board meetings were televised. We were one of the few, perhaps the only one in Will County that was televised back then. And I'm not sure when it started, but it was in place when I became a trustee. And we have done nothing but improve that over the years, and there's still public bodies that aren't televised board meetings, which I find kind of stunning, but that's the way it is. We also broadcast our planning commission meetings. We have 100% transparency award in terms of having things online. And now my point is we now have streaming video, which I know there's a number of people watching meetings now on their laptop or their iPad or whatever. So we're well ahead of the pack in respect to that, and I want to congratulate people like Jim Singer, who's in the control room, who was certainly helping getting this done, as president of Bolingbrook Community Television. James Farrell from the IT department, who's helped engineer it in terms of a technical perspective. Members of the IT commission, and there's a whole list of people over the years that have gradually built up what we're able to do. And so until, and I'm not sure what it is, there's probably something else we need to be working on that's coming around the bend, but it's there now for us. So thanks to all those people making all this available for people to watch, and I know we have a viewership that's increased considerably, and of course they're all pumping stuff out there now, commenting and doing the color commentation of our board meetings as it goes along, and that's fine. So with that, we have no executive sessions. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Trustee Watts, second to Trustee Lawler. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We stand adjourned.